Mizled, we bring the pain, then we changing up the game. Cause we tired of all these rappers always sounding the same. With the hip-hop chants, putting music to shame. The industry is shit, it's time we set it all to flame.
They say I don't like the way I dress and the way that I act. If it were up to me, I'd take the world and paint it black. Society tried so hard to hold me down with the chains, but I can't be content cause chaos runs through my veins.
And if they hating how we look, why I'm loving how they stare. Dressed in all black, middle fingers in the air. Pimp black boots with the 70s hair. Devilish looks with the mean ass glare.
The entire rap game's gonna get flipped upside down, cause the best rappers around are in the underground. So step up your game if you want, step to the mount, cause Mizled's raising the bar with an original sound. And if the hate is not innate, well that's Mizled. If they hate what we say, well that's Mizled. With no radio play, well that's Mizled. And all we gotta say is, that's Mizled. If the hate is not in date, well that's Mizled. If they hate what we say, well that's Mizled. With no radio play, well that's Mizled. And all we gotta say is, that's Mizled. Call me the Reaper every time that I flow. With every rhyme that I spit, I'm reaching out for your soul. So lend me an ear and don't be afraid to embark on a journey with me that'll lead you to the dark.
Mizled, we in the club and we darken up the place with these hound dog bitches always barking in our face. I'm tired, everybody tell me change my way. The next person talks be the last thing they say.
I feel like they should've ordered us with the key to the city, but they always seem to hate because of our Mizled mentality. They expect us being normal when conformed to their fantasy, but I live in reality, surrounded by so much insanity.
And that's Mizled, in case you didn't know. Firing up the crowd every time we do a show. Hate us if you want, cause we running out control. Poetic state of minds with that hip-hop flow.
And if the hate is not innate, well that's Mizled. If they hate what we say, well that's Mizled. With no radio play, well that's Mizled. And all we gotta say is, that's Mizled. If the hate is not in date, well that's Mizled. If they hate what we say, well that's Mizled. With no radio play, well that's Mizled. And all we gotta say is, that's Mizled.
Mizled, we some killers, I don't think y'all understand how we murder the beat like nobody else can. Got our foot in the door and we breaking on in. Spin that fire, darkness, murder and sin.
We're masterminds at work, putting music through a test. How many more times we gotta tell you we're the best? We're ruthless, ain't nobody can get on our level. I'll never back down, I'll leave a battle with the devil.
Haters all around, I'ma break them on down. Show them the hell and take them on down. We the best around, we ain't gotta say it twice. Anybody disagrees, well that's your life.
I can be vengeance in the form of rap. So whatever you do, don't make me walk down that path. Whenever you see me coming, you better step aside, cause many men didn't and many men died. And if the hate is not innate, well that's Mizled. If they hate what we say, well that's Mizled. With no radio play, well that's Mizled. And all we gotta say is, that's Mizled. If the hate is not in date, well that's Mizled. If they hate what we say, well that's Mizled. With no radio play, well that's Mizled. And all we gotta say is, that's Mizled.